Everyone likes a good prison escape story. We all love Shawshank Redemption, don't we? But what if we were to tell you Shawshank ain't got crap on the craziest escape of all time? Welcome back to Lushplex, and this is the story of the Great Escape. On March 24th, 1944, one of the most daring projects was carried out during World War II. It was the mass escape of Allied soldiers from the German prisoner of war camp Stalag Luft III. Meet Roger Bushell, codenamed Big X, the mastermind of the Great Escape. Big X was a licensed pilot and a flight lieutenant. He had already been shot during 2 escape attempts from previous camps. His next endeavor, however, would be his most ambitious yet. Big X headed the escape committee and planned to get an unprecedented number of over 200 men out of the camp in one attempt. Secrecy was imperative, with Bushell threatening to court-martial anyone who uttered the word tunnel. He decided to dig 3 tunnels. In his own words, 3 bloody deep, bloody long tunnels will be dug. Tom, Dick, and Harry. One will succeed. And indeed, one did. Tom was dug near the chimney in Hut 123, but it was discovered and subsequently destroyed. Dick was dug in the shower in Hut 122. However, the area where it was meant to pop up was cleared for camp expansion, halting the digging, and the tunnel was used to store the soil and supplies. Harry was dug in the stove in Hut 104 and was completed in March 1944. The tunnels were dug to a depth of 30 feet to avoid the range of microphones, 336 feet in length and 2 feet wide. They were supported with 4,000 wooden planks used from the prisoner beds. The tunnel was lit by electric lighting and had an air pump so that the soldiers digging had enough air to breathe. The sand dug out of the tunnels was discreetly scattered while the prisoners walked around the camp. On D-Day, the exit hatch at the other end of Harry had frozen shut as it was winter, and it took over an hour and a half to get it open. This was the first in a series of unfortunate events that hampered the escape that night. The second problem was the other end of the tunnel had come up short. Instead of opening in a forest, it was just a few meters away from the watchtower. After a brief discussion, the captives risked going on with the plan, as their travel tickets had printed dates on them. Due to the unpredicted tunnel exit, the speed at which the escape would have taken place was reduced drastically. Unfortunately, the 77th man was noticed by the watchtower guard and was caught on the spot, causing chaos in Hut 104. The prisoners changed back into their prison clothing, burnt their fake IDs, consumed the hidden rations madly, and closed the tunnel entry. But the guards found the entry point by entering from the exit. The massive manhunt that the Nazis subsequently mobilized proved successful, and within 2 weeks, all but 73 of the 76 escapees had been recaptured. 2 Norwegians and a Dutchman managed to evade capture. The Norwegian pair made it by train to the port of Stettin. There, they were smuggled onto a Swedish ship and taken back to the safety of Gothenburg. The Dutchman made it across most of occupied Europe via rail, foot, and bike, aided along the way by various resistance movements. He'd eventually end up in Gibraltar and was flown from there to England, where he would rejoin the RAF to fight during Operation Overload. Out of all the 73 recaptured ones, 23 of them were sent to various Nazi camps, but the remaining 50 weren't that lucky, as Hitler had ordered to execute them. Bushell was one among the 50 killed by the Gestapo, the official secret police of Nazi Germany. Stalag Luft III was eventually liberated in early 1945, and 17 months later, the police branch of the RAF launched a special investigation into the murders. This was made difficult due to the Gestapo's attempts to cover up the incident. After a 3-year investigation, 18 Nazi soldiers were found guilty of war crimes for the murder of the recaptured POWs, and 13 of them were executed. Although only 3 of the planned 200 made it out on that fateful night 75 years ago, the importance of their attempt is undeniable. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and let us know about the most bizarre prison escape that you know about in the comments below.